Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Hope you spend a little time with me.
Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to fix a takeoff on Chicken Divan. It's a broccoli casserole that you can add any kind of meat you want. And after Thanksgiving, turkey, sure. Ham, sure. Chicken, yes. I even think I might be able to do it with shrimp. There should be no problem at all. But it's really good, it's easy, and it's just comfort food. So anyway, I picked up some really nice chicken thighs at Costco the other day. And so they are thawing right now. And as soon as they're thawed, I'm going to cook them and then cut them up into small chunks, and I'm going to add them to the casserole. So I hope you like this. It's, like I said, it's an easy casserole and should be a lot of fun, and it's very, very delicious. So anyway, as soon as the chicken is cooked, I'll show you how to cut it up, and then we'll go on from there. All right, now we're going to start to put this thing together. In the bowl there is the diced chicken, and right next to that is some finely chopped onion, and there's the pasta that we're going to use, and then over here we're coming over and there's the pasta pot, and I'm making a roux that's going to be the sauce for the dinner tonight. So I'm melting some butter right now. So now I'm going to saute the onions in the butter for about 6 to 8 minutes until they become just translucent. And then I'm going to add some garlic and cook it about another minute. You've got to be careful with garlic. You don't want to burn it. But anyway, we're on the way. So when we get back to that point, I'll bring you back. Now we're going to make a roux. I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of flour in here, and then I'm going to stir that around and let it cook for about a couple minutes anyway, so we get rid of that raw flour taste. And then I'm going to add some milk, and we're just going to make a roux. So you want to keep, when you're making a roux, you want to keep stirring it constantly because it will burn and it will clump up on you. Okay, now I'm going to add the milk slowly, a little bit at a time, and stir this up so we get everything nicely incorporated and it doesn't get lumpy. So this is how you make like biscuits and gravy and all that good stuff that starts with a good roux. Anyway, I'll just keep adding this milk until it all gets incorporated, and then we'll let it cook for 2, 3, 4 minutes while it thickens up, and then I'm going to set it aside. So when we get to that point, I'll get right back with you. The sauce is thickening up very nicely, and now I have taken some a large head of broccoli and some carrots, and as you can see, I've broken the broccoli up into pieces about that size. You don't want them too large, but you don't want them too small. And then the carrots get cut at about a quarter of an inch, something like that. Now I'm going to steam them for about 5 minutes and get them kind of like par steamed, and then we're going to set everything aside and we'll be ready to build this puppy. So I'll be back with you when I get the broccoli steamed and everything else is ready to go. Okay, we're getting ready to assemble. Now, one thing I didn't mention when I was making the roux, the sauce, I added garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper to taste. But don't worry about that because, as usual, the recipe will be right down at the bottom. Okay, now I have sprayed a 9x13 pan with cooking spray. So now we're going to spread about 1 cup of the sauce over the bottom. That'll do it. And we'll kind of spread that out. Kind of keeps the bottom from sticking, you know. Okay. Now I'm going to add about half of the pasta to the bottom. Actually, a little less because I cooked more pasta than I really needed. So we'll put a little bit less in there. Spread that out over the bottom. Okay, and then, now we're going to top that with half of the vegetables. So, see if I can find about half the vegetables in there. That looks kind of right. We'll see how that goes. Spread that out over the bottom. And then half of the chicken. Somebody, you know who, is kind of sitting right by my foot, hoping that I'm going to drop some of this chicken on the floor. Okay, now I've got some shredded mozzarella cheese over here, and we'll put that on there. Guess I really should be using my left hand so you can see how this goes, but I'm not really ambidextrous, but it kind of works. Besides, you all know how to spread cheese around. Okay, now we're going to repeat the layers. I'm going to put about half of the remaining sauce on here. Okay. Close enough for government work. Spread that out a little bit. And we'll put some more pasta on here. And no, Maria, I did not wash my hands. That's an old Mexican joke. Anyway, there's some more pasta. I'm using pen, by the way, instead of the rigatoni or whatever. Okay, now put the rest of the veggies on here. Spread those around. Okay, and we'll put some more chicken on here. Looks like Molly's going to get some chicken after all. So you break this chicken up into like bite-sized pieces, about kind of like that. Okay, now I'm going to put half of this cheese on here, or maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then I'll put the rest of the sauce on here. Now it's starting to look like a casserole, isn't it? All right, and then I'm going to put the rest of the cheese on here, on top. And then I'm going to cover this with foil and bake it in a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it and bake it another 5 or 10 until it gets nice and golden brown. Now, one trick, because this has cheese and stuff on the top, when I take out the aluminum foil, I am going to spray it with nonstick spray, and that'll hopefully keep that from sticking to the cheese. So anyway, when it's coming out of the oven, I'll get back to you. All right, it's been in there about 25 minutes or so. Now I'm going to take the foil off. Let's see what this puppy looks like. Oh yeah, and look, it worked. That is nice and clean. All right, now I'll put this back in the oven and let it brown up just a little bit. Man, that's looking good. So here's our dinner. Broccoli, chicken, cheesy casserole, a salad, and good friends. So here we go. Okay, so here's George gonna be dishing up his dish, and let's see what this puppy looks like.
Oh my heavens.
Think that'll work?
Oh, I think that's going to do more than we need.
Okay, folks, there you are. And there's dinner. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed trying this new recipe, and it's really great. I like Chicken Divan, and it's a great recipe, easy, nice casserole. Most people I talk to that have tried Chicken Divan really like it. This is an interesting take on it, so you know, the only trick is to make the roux, the gravy that substitutes for the chicken soup or chicken mushroom soup in the Chicken Divan. But I really hope you like it. I hope you try it, and I'm sure you'll like it. But anyway, as usual, the recipe will be right down here, and the like, dislike, and the comments buttons over here, subscribe button. So I hope you take advantage of those, and I really hope you enjoy these videos. I enjoy making them for you, and so leave a comment or two. I'll be happy to answer you. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll respond. So until next time, this is Rick at My Idaho Cabin.
Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Thanks for spending time with me.